Welcome YouTube to another video here. What I'm basically going to teach you in this video is kind of absurd, especially if you want to like grow your school. You're probably going to think, well, what the fuck is this guy talking about, and why should I even listen to someone about how to grow my school if he's never run the dojo myself? Well, that probably helped schools to get like thousands of students at this point already, all around the US, UK, Canada, and stuff like that. So when it comes to like marketing for schools and stuff like that, I think I know one or two things. Maybe it's just my ego saying this, but I think I do. And secondary, this video has like when I learned this concept, it has completely changed my mind, and I think this applies to anything, not just to growing a school, but to like every business concept, or basically if you want to grow in any way, shape, or form in your life, right? This is going to help you, and if you especially want to grow in like inside of your school, I think like every school learner basically needs to learn this. Basically, I personally think every single human being on earth needs to learn this. But on this channel, we talk about growing a martial arts school. So yeah, for this example, if you're a school owner, like this is going to help you. What I'm not going to teach you, but again, don't get too absurd, because like you're now looking at like a picture of like a football player. Like, yeah, in Europe we call it football, not soccer, but like whatever, different story of Cristiano Ronaldo. I think everyone should be aware who that is. If not, it's probably one of the best football players of all time. Anyways, so basically, you're probably like, what the fuck's going on there right now? So let me explain. Like Ronaldo, when he was young, I don't know how old was he, like maybe 18 years old or something like that. He obviously was just like a regular footballer. Like he was a proper talent and stuff like that, right? But he was probably just like a footballer, like a young footballer who was just coming up and stuff like that, right? And there, if you're not familiar with football, I think it's like they're basically any sport, like there are always like a bunch of talents, and out of these like hundreds of talents, right? Like not a lot usually make it to like being one of like the best players in the world, so to speak, right? Whether it's basketball, whatever sport it is, right? Same with football. So it's like in there were probably like hundreds, thousands, whatever, tens of thousands of other talents at this point as well. And then the question is like, well, but why did Ronaldo become this player, so to speak? And by the way, if you don't want to make this example for Ronaldo, like just put LeBron James in here, Messi, however you want to put in here, right? At the end of the day, you should probably also put yourself in this position, but that's something we're gonna get to in a second. Anyways, so why did this young Ronaldo then become like this Ronaldo, basically? How did he do it, right? Like, obviously you can say, yeah, all right, like here he was 18, now he's 40 or 39, I think, sorry. Like he just had to grow into that type of person, like he just had to play football and then he was there, right? But it's like, is it really it? Like, then there were like thousands of other talents at this time, right? Like, why did they not become like one of the best football player of all time, so to speak, right? Well, obviously, by the way, we're not gonna get into the Messi and Ronaldo discussion in that video, so don't even like comment about that or whatsoever. Anyways, so like the thing is then like why? How did Ronaldo become like that good, so to speak? Like, obviously, you could argue talent, but this is why I put Ronaldo here, not Messi, because it's like, I also think his talent here is like a little bit lower maybe than Messi's, but like he still had an incredible talent. Forget what I also just said a second ago. That was kind of like, it's just gonna like trigger some people probably, whatever. But like basically Ronaldo, like obviously he had some talent, but like he mostly just got there through hard work. But then it's like most people just say, yeah, like he just had to work and he was there. But like let's actually try and replace this era like with what Ronaldo actually had to do. And from my point of view, he just had to walk through a fuck ton of fire to get from this guy to this guy. And what does this fire represent? It basically just represents psychological pain. Like, there are basically two types of pain. Like, there's the pain of like, for example, I break my finger, or like I ditch my head against something, or like I break my leg, right? And this is not good pain. Like, this is still pain, obviously, but like it's physical pain, so to speak, right? This pain just signals to my body or to my brain, so it's like, hey, like something is wrong. For example, if I break my leg, it will hurt, so that I don't continue working and like hurt myself even more, right? It sucks, but it is what it is, right? And I don't mean this pain at all here. Like, let me just make this clear. Like, I don't mean physical pain. What I do mean though is like psychological pain, and you probably know this. Like, when you're working on something, for example, like you're doing your taxes and stuff like that, like beforehand you'll just feel like this huge thing inside of your mind, so to speak, against it. Like, you'll be like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And then you start doing it and it sucks, but like you do it for half an hour and then it's like, all right, I just do it. And then afterwards you're feeling like incredible, so to speak, right? And you've basically just made a little bit more progress. This is what Ronaldo basically did. Like, he just went from this guy by waking up every day and walking through this fire, so to speak, right? To grow that into this guy. Like, it just, and it's easy to say, yeah, it just takes discipline and stuff like that, which is why I have brought like a third picture in here. So let me just explain this a little bit more. So you basically have like your current self, which is in this case, like let's actually try and replace this like with yourself. By the way, let me just go like this real quick, and then let's just go. So let's say just a second. Let me make this turn this. Let's say you have yourself and you're currently at point A and you're kind of like making like your, like, let's say, how much can you, like let's say you're making like 5K in revenue per month right now with your school, and you want to get to like point B where you're, I don't know, you're making maybe like, let's say 30K or stuff like that in revenue with your school. And also let's make this per month, so to speak. Please just forgive me for my awful drawings here, but like, yeah, let's say you want to get to like 30K per month, and like point A is like yourself right now, with like whatever you're doing, and then like this is like your self when you're at 30K per month. Now before I get into that, let me explain this picture over here real quick. So you obviously have like your current self, which is basically point A, 5K per month. Like, let me just put like A, like this is like this version right here. It's basically your current self, and your desired self is point B. Now in order for you to get from point A to point B, your desired self, like your future self, so to speak, has to kill your current self, and your current self basically has to die in order for you to achieve your goal. And your goal, by the way, in this case is 30, let's say 30K per month, whatever. Like, in order to achieve your goal, your current self, like the version of yourself who only makes 5K per month, has to, so to speak, die. Now, how do you do this? Basically, like, let's say it like this: yeah, you don't achieve goals, you just achieve a person who can then achieve the goal. Because if, like, you would be currently able to make 30K per month, like, you would probably do it with your school. Like, but you're not yet the person who can make 30K per month. So you need to grow into the person who can make 30K per month with their school, right? So you need to grow, and you're currently, for example, like able to make 5K per month with your school. So you're the person who makes 5K per month with their school, but you want to grow into the person who makes 30K per month with their school, right? Now, in order to do, for you to do that, obviously, like, one of the two has to die, like, because you can't make 5K per month if you make 30K per month. Like, you're still going to make 5K per month, but you're going to make way more, basically, right? So obviously, like, point A, like the current version of you just has to die. Now, then the question is, like, how is that version going to die? Well, it's basically through this right here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's the work, so to speak. Like, you doing whatever you have to do, like, whatever that is for that day, whether that's taxes, teaching classes most of the time, so whatever it is, you doing those actions that are required for you to grow into the future self, that is how you basically grow into like version B, so to speak, your desired self who makes 30K per month, right? But the thing that's going to happen, like, as you can see right here, like, in order for you to achieve your goal, like, your current self is basically going to stop you to get there. Like, there's a part in yourself which doesn't want to grow. And to keep it short, but like, we could now get into like some deep psychological topics, but like, the reason for that is like, you're basically living probably in like a first world country, so you have food and all of that, right? So you're not really worried about like food or like reproducing or anything like that. You're currently, yourself is happy, and you're probably not in survival mode, right? Unless you're making like maybe not enough money to get food every single month and stuff like that, but different story. So you basically have everything. So obviously your brain doesn't really want to grow because it's comfortable, it's able to reproduce and stuff like that, so you're good, right? Now, but you still want to grow. Like, there's also a part in yourself which is conscious and which just wants to grow. Now, your brain doesn't want to grow again because you do basically have everything. Like, it has everything it needs already, right? Which is why it doesn't really want to grow, which is why it's basically going to give you resistance. Now, what is resistance? Resistance is basically the feeling I was talking about a second ago. Like, when you sit there and you know you have to do your taxes, for example, tomorrow, and it's just like, I don't want to do this, like, blah, blah, blah. You so badly don't want to do this. Or let's real quick get back to the Ronaldo example. Like, him waking up and being like, I have to train 5 times per day today, or like, I have to train twice per day today, whatever, right? And him like just being, nah, but I just want to continue sleeping. But him then still getting up. Him being like, yeah, I want to cheat on my diet, but I'm not going to do it because I know, like, my future self will thank me for it. So basically, like, you're just sacrificing today for a better tomorrow, so to speak, right? Because you're being like in the face of the resistance, like you're still doing the work, right? And if you just do this every single day, like you'll move a little bit more, like you'll move a little bit forward, so to speak, in the fire. Now, first of all, I hope this makes sense, because I kind of feel like right now this video is all over the place, so I'm super sorry for that. And if you're a school owner, you're probably like, nah, this doesn't really, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, please just show me the best copy for my Facebook ads and stuff like that. But like, trust me, if you understand this, like the copy for your Facebook ads or the creators for your Facebook ads and all of that stuff, it would just automatically come to you, so to speak, right? But basically, like, every single day you do this and you actually face the resistance, you're going to make a little bit more progress in here. Now, real quick, when you face the resistance, you're going to produce something that is, so to speak, pain, like psychological pain. And if you remember earlier, we talked about 2 types of pain. If you face resistance with effort, so to speak, you're going to produce pain. And that pain is basically that mental pain. And we want that pain. Like, we want as much of it as possible. Obviously, like, you do have a biological limit. So if you do face too much of it, you're just going to burn yourself out. But that's not really going to happen anytime soon. Like, you're really only burned out once, like, the symptoms become physical. Like, once you're sitting in front of your desk, or like once you have to teach a class and you're like, you're not focused anymore at all, and like you're just feeling like tired all the time, stuff like that. Like, that's when you're kind of burned out, when it gets like into physical stuff as well. But like, as long as you're just feeling mentally tired and stuff like that, like, you can just continue working usually. Anyways, now where do I continue? Like, real quick, you then have the psychological pain, and basically every single day you face the psychological pain, like, you're going to make a little bit more progress in order for yourself to get to point B, right? And Ronaldo had to do the same thing, or basically any person who wanted to do anything in their life, or did anything successful with their life, right? Now, most people are probably just not aware of this concept, but like, everyone, it's basically there for everyone in their life, so to speak, right? Like, it's not the question here of whether right or not I'm wrong right now. Like, it is there for everyone. Maybe I've explained this a little bit shitty, but like, in general, this concept applies to every single human being. So if you do want to grow into like that 30K version of yourself, like, I can tell you one thing though, like, let's say, in order for you to get to 30K per month, like, you face the pain every single day, but once you get to like this point right here, for example, like right here, right when you're really close to hitting your goal, like, the further ahead you get, like, the stronger the resistance will be, so to speak. Like, once you face the pain for like 3-4 months, it would take you maybe like only 1 more month of work, and then you'd be at 30K per month. Like, if you then stop, like, you basically just gotta reset it to somewhere here, so to speak, right? And then you have to go over here again. And then it will suck really heavily again, and then you'll get reset it again, right? Which is how you basically end up in the circle of like, you do some work, you're pissed off that you haven't worked, then you work again, you're pissed off that you haven't worked, right? And stuff like that. Now, but when you're really close to hitting your goal, like, it will just get harder, so to speak. And the reason for that is that your current self basically goes into survival mode, because it's really close to dying, and so it will really kick up a fast, and it will really try its best to survive, so to speak, right? And this is basically also why I think this picture right here is the most important picture. Like, you should basically look at something like this every single day. Like, you have your desired self who needs to kill your current self, and it does that through the work. And if you kill your current self, you'll grow into your desired self, and you'll have achieved your goal, which is 30K per month, right? But so it's basically, you can just imagine your current self and your future self. They're just going underwater, and whoever can hold their breath the longest wins. Like, at some point, your current self is going to go up, and it's like, oh, all right, you've won. But in order to get to that point, like, you don't know when that is. So you can't really be like, all right, I just need to hold my breath for like 1 year, so to speak, and then I'm going to be and then my current self is going to be dead, so to speak. Like, you don't know how long that takes. Like, it could take you 1 year to get to 30K per month. It could take you 6 months. It could also take you 5 years. So you just need to wake up and face the pain every single day. Now, let me explain one last concept here for you. Because you may be like, yeah, but then my life isn't fun anymore and stuff like that. It's like, you just need to face the pain, like, out of 10 times. Like, let's say you get 10 opportunities where you can face the pain to actually grow into your future self, right? If you face the pain 6 out of 10 times, you will grow. Now, if you face it 9 out of 10 times, you'll grow even faster. If you face it 10 out of 10 times, you'll just be there, like, even faster, right? For as long as you face it more than half of the time, so to speak, when you get the opportunity to grow, if you face it 6 out of 10 times, you're going to make progress. If you only face it 4 out of 10 times, like, you're not going to make that much progress. And how Ronaldo, for example, became one of the best football players ever, one of the best, whatever. Like he just faced it basically like probably 9 out of 10 times or 10 out of 10 times. He just faced it all the time. This is how he became into this, how he grew into this Ronaldo. Now, obviously, you can argue, no, yeah, but luck also plays a role in it. Yeah, but I would just say, like, you fucking create luck by just working your ass off, and then if you're lucky, it's just like a bonus that comes on top of it. But like this stuff that I've sorry for that stuff that I've just explained to you guys right here, like all of this, like this is the most important stuff when it comes to growing your school. Like if you just face the pain every single day, like you will just get to the right copy and stuff like that. And like once more, you may be like, oh, this is just complete dog shit, like I'll just continue living as I do right now. Fine, but like maybe just keep it in the back of your mind what I've explained to you here. Sorry if that video was a little bit messy, but I just wanted to get that point somehow across. And like this is everything for this video. If you want help, if you want me helping you growing your school, click the first link in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.